All right, great weekend for us. Two dual meets, and so I think we won out of the 20 bouts. We won 16 out of the 20 bouts throughout the 2 days. Uh, what was so good was we beat a lot of ranked guys Saturday night at Army. Wyatt Ingham had a big ranked win. Cody Gable had a ranked win over the 14th best guy, and Braxton Amos wrestled a guy that was also ranked 14th and had a big win. But most of all, we saw a lot of improvement. Wrestled in a hostile environment in Army and came away, and then everybody got a win Sunday against at Hofstra. Again, travel was rough, making weight 2 days in a row, accomplished what we want to accomplish, and we came home healthy. So excited for what's coming here in about 10 days when we wrestle two dual meets at home on Thursday the 18th, and then we finish up our semester with Arizona State on the 20th at home. So excited for this group.
To not only go 41-0 against Hofstra, but also it looks like, three tech falls, one fall. Kind of what did you learn about this group from that big result there?
Yeah, it was great because it was, we got done late at night on Saturday night. Guys had, cut weight Saturday night, wake up. We had to travel to Hofstra, but to go out there and dominate like they did is what we have to do, right? When you get into the postseason, you got to score bonus points if you want to, place high up in the national tournament, in the Big Ten tournament. So they weren't settled with just getting wins. To go out and score points is what we preach, and so they went out and did that. So it's very encouraging.
Let's say, Chris, with just what you saw out of Cody against Army and having that comeback, what led to it, and what did you see out of him in that match?
Yeah, so Cody's starting to connect the dots. Last year, Cody was all over the place, and he wants to roll around and do some not so fundamental things, if that's the word. What we saw was improvement out of Cody, and when push came to shove, the match was on the line, and he did the right things fundamentally. And again, Cody's our kind of guy. He's a gritty. He's quirky. He's a little chippy when he wrestles, and guys can't handle his pace and his unorthodox style of wrestling. So we're excited for Cody. He should move up the rankings pretty good this week, and I think the sky's the limit for him.
In the last week's, team rankings tied for 22nd. Do you feel like that is fair for where this team is right now?
Listen, there are a bunch of coaches doing those rankings. They don't like Wisconsin. We don't care where they rank us. We're better than 22nd. I'll put that out there, and we're just going to keep showing up every day, and keep doing what we do. And at the end of the year, right? That's where you're evaluated, the national tournament. So they can put us where they want. We're just going to keep showing up and putting out our best team.
Just with those tech falls, just what's the psychology behind it when you have a wrestler that's accumulating that many points, and what does it do for you as a coach, or just also as a wrestler accumulating those points, but then on the flip side, a wrestler that's, giving up all that?
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, right? It's one versus one. You're dominating another person. It's a pretty good feeling, you know. So for us, our goal is to never let anyone ever want to wrestle us again. If you can go out there and beat somebody 15-0, right? Plus, the ultimate thing in our sport is to pin somebody, is to put them out of their miseries and knock them out. And that's what we try to do every time when we grab these guys in the postseason. Or again, we want them to remember what happened. And you beating a guy 3-2, you give them hope the next time you wrestle them. We want to give them no hope that the next time that we compete against them, that they have any chance in wrestling us.
Coach, for your guys that didn't wrestle last year, Joe Zargo and Braxton, just the way they've started this year and like winning in dominant fashion, what do you see from their psychology so far early this season? Seems like they're wrestling with a fire, and how do you get that to last all the way through the postseason? You mentioned that you're judged on what happens late in the year, not what happens right now.
Right. So I'll start with Joe. Joe really is our leader, whether he wants to do it or not. The way Joe trains, the way Joe wrestles, is he's been like that since he's been 18 years old, in our program. So I'm super happy not having him in the lineup last year. It really hurt us because he's an energy guy. He was always that guy that would do whatever we asked, and is an amazing person. So to have him back in that lineup, it just gives the fans a great what wrestling's about. He's nonstop. He'll go, win or lose. And right now he's winning a little bit, and so his confidence real high. Now, as far as Braxton, I think I don't know if I can speak for Braxton, but as far as we didn't know what was going to happen with him at heavyweight. You know, he was a 197 pounder a couple years ago. He weighed in 269. At this, so I didn't know how he was going to be able to wrestle. But I'll tell you what, he is the guy's a title threat. The guy can win the NCAA championship. He's a problem for a lot of guys. He knows how to wrestle in every position. He can still move like he's a lightweight. And he's strong as an ox and everything about him. He's going to be a problem come March. We got to keep him healthy, but right now he's got a little confidence. He's got a little swagger to him. He's doing a really, really good job. We just got to keep him training at a high level and keep his confidence high.
Going back to what you were saying earlier, is there an aspect of Wisconsin wrestling that you feel like is maybe underappreciated among your coaching peers?
Well, rightfully so. We had a very, very bad year last year. For whatever reason, right? We put that behind us. We don't talk about last year anymore. We had a very, very bad year. So people have written us off, and that's the way we like it. They can write us off, right? We're going to show up, and we're going to be in your face, and this is our team we've been trying to put together for a long, long time. And obviously we hit a roadblock last year with the new wave of college athletics, you could put it. So we're back with a great young team. That we're very, very happy about, and we're happy about the way they train, the way they compete, and the kind of people they are. So yeah, we're written off, and we enjoy that part of it. So it's fun to show up each and every weekend with a little bit of an attitude, and also a little bit of redemption about what happened to us last year.
Say, Chris, just with those that didn't come away with wins against Army. What did you? Was there anything in particular with their bounce backs against Hofstra, whether it was Kale or Luke or anybody or Zan that like stood out to you about them bouncing back the next day?
Yeah, well, you got to look at Zan. Zan got upset, right? Zan's whatever. He was an All-American last year, ranked 4th in the country, and got upset. But that's Zan. Zan woke up the next day, made weight, and went out and tech falled a guy. That's who he is. He's a great competitor. He's right. Yeah, wins and losses, don't define who he is, and he showed up. As far as Luke lost a heartbreaker. A fluke thing, was up by 6 points with 12 seconds left and got reversed to his back to lose. Showed up the next day like a professional, made weight, and went out there and competed. Same thing with Kale. They keep showing up. That's our program. No matter what happens, you keep showing up. You're not winning the national title in December. So win or lose, you got to keep showing up. You got to keep getting better. And you got to learn from what happened. And I'm not a big lose and learn kind of guy, right? I'd rather win, and we'll keep learning that way. But when you lose, there is an aspect of it that it's hard to get up the next day, make weight, and compete. But these guys were professionals. They did a great job, and that's what makes these guys who they are. And excited for the future of where we're going.
Shifting gears to your next matches here, you got a doubleheader coming up on the 18th. What are you kind of looking to see out of a meet like that, and what is the strategy that goes into that versus a typical duel?
Well, obviously, the whole goal is March, right? So you've got to wrestle 2-3 times at the end of March for our Big Tens and our net. So we want to weigh in. We want to get 2 matches in. All right, and against tough teams. Utah Valley is a tough team. Lock Haven's a small school in Pennsylvania with a great wrestling tradition. They beat us last year. So we want to make sure that we're getting matches in, especially heading into the break. We always have a tournament usually, the 28th, the 29th of December. We're not doing that anymore. So we want to make sure we get our matches in and then be able to give these guys a little bit of time off against tough competition. And then having a day off in between, think about things, make weight again on the 20th, and wrestle a real tough Arizona State team. We want to see these guys get 3 matches in 2 days, and again, keep showing up, win or lose, keep showing up, and that's what we're looking for in those those 2 last home dates. All right, thank you guys.
Thanks.